Welcome back. Super excited. In this lesson, I'm going to introduce Firebase, which is one of the most powerful and robust products that I've actually used for app development. And I would highly recommend this. It's actually things are moving towards serverless computing. So we don't need any servers. We don't need any connectivity between servers or to the actual application, so to speak. Everything can be handled at one single location, one single instance. So let me give an example. Let's say you're developing an app in Android like we are, right? What if you were to develop the same app in iOS or maybe a web application? Everything can be handled by one single product called Firebase. And it runs on the Google Cloud Platform. Everything is integrated. So once you create an account here, your project or your account is also the same within the Google Cloud Platform. So pretty neat. So I'm going to be using Firebase for our Android app. Before I walk you through and then go to the console and start to connect the Android app, in this lesson I just want to highlight some of the important features of Firebase, and then as a homework you can explore other areas as well. So what is Firebase? It simply helps mobile app teams succeed. That's the bottom line. So it's basically a comprehensive mobile platform development. And what you get is basically a lot of things, okay? And one of the examples that I want to give here is, for instance, the real-time database. All apps, right, you need to store data, like your client data or your customer information, your products that you're selling, that information, images, and whatnot. So whatever it is that you want to store, and typically we use backend SQL Server or MySQL, right? Well, here in Firebase, we have an option called real-time database. So for example, let's click on it while we're at it. So real-time syncing for our data, and it's JSON-based data. Cloud-hosted NoSQL database. Okay, NoSQL is just variations of multiple databases. It's a database that Firebase uses and allows you to store and sync data between your users in real time. And the platforms that are supported are Android, iOS, web application like the three that I mentioned, and of course Unity and C++. And this Cloud Firestore enables you to store and sync query app data even at global scale. So it's pretty neat and very powerful. So I'll encourage you to walk you through and look at some of these videos also. Just get yourself familiarized with this because we'll be using pretty much most of these. So if I were to click on products, for instance, and scroll down, you'll notice you'll have the option of Cloud Firestore, the machine learning kit, cloud functions, and each of them have a description. So yes, as a homework, go through these just so that you understand what Firebase is all about, get the high-level overview, and once we dive into the actual hands-on, you get to see and experience not only the concepts but the application as well. The authentication feature is pretty neat, where you can manage your users in a simple and secure way. The Firebase Auth offers multiple methods to authenticate, whether it's email, password. You can also integrate Google sign-in or Facebook sign-in, and that's exactly what we'll be doing. So the authentication, real-time database, hosting, cloud storage, crash analytics, performance monitoring. If you want to grow your business, it's scalable. Analytics are built in, testing, remote configuration, and there's a whole bunch of things, right? So it's a pretty neat product. So we'll be using this, and we're going to be using Google Cloud Platform. So just in case if we launch our app and then all of a sudden there's a surge of all these millions of users coming in, right? What do? You don't want the server to crash, right? So that's why we use Firebase, where it's automatically scalable. Best part, and last, is the pricing, which is free, then pay as you go. So we'll be using the Spark plan, and once you create the account, you can also pick up this plan, and everything is included in this plan, by the way, even the real-time database, but there's obviously some limits, right? 100 simultaneous connections, which is pretty okay for our purposes, for learning purposes. This is great. You get a gig of storage for real-time database. So pretty much all of the options, as in other plans, that you have available. The only thing is that you have lower storage space, right, or lower bandwidth. Same with Cloud Firestore storage. Notice everything is pretty neat. So you get all of this all for free with the Spark plan. Even the machine learning kit you get free. So that way we are going to use Firebase for our sort of like backend platform, right? For our Android app that we're developing, so that once we create the logins, the social logins, everything is stored here within this particular area. If I go to console, for instance, quickly I want to show you this, and then of course we'll later revisit Firebase console several times as we get into it. This allows you to now create or add a project, or you can explore a demo project. If I were to click on demo project here, notice it gives you the left navigation pane, the development, and gives you the dashboard of your demo project. You can take a look at the authentication. You can develop databases, storage, hosting, all of these areas, quality, analytics, and then your plan. So it's pretty neat. Kind of shows you a nice dashboard where you can monitor your app, take a look at all of the functionality that you're actually using for your apps. So just take a look at what Firebase is, understand the core concepts, and of course as we move along I'm going to demonstrate pretty much most of these areas as we develop our app. So hope this helped. Practice. Let's move to the next lesson.